Dak Prescott triumphs over Jerry Jones in contract negotiation. What it means for the Dallas Cowboys' future. Dak Prescott may not have a Super Bowl ring, but he continues to score major victories off the field, especially when it comes to negotiating with Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. Once again, Prescott has secured a record-breaking contract extension, proving that he's not only a top-tier quarterback but also a master at navigating the NFL's financial landscape. This recent win has raised questions about the long-term outlook for the Cowboys, whose roster and playoff aspirations could be impacted by the deal. On Sunday, Prescott became the NFL's first $60 million per year player, signing a 4-year extension that includes an eye-popping $231 million in guaranteed money. This deal places him well ahead of his peers in terms of annual earnings. Prescott, with help from his agent Todd France, has positioned himself as one of the most successful negotiators in NFL history, on par with the likes of Kirk Cousins, Darrelle Revis, and Deion Sanders. Prescott's negotiating prowess is undeniable. Coming off a stellar 2023 season where he was the runner-up for MVP and led the NFL with 36 touchdown passes, Prescott entered the final year of his previous 4-year, $160 million contract with significant leverage. As a 4-time NFC East champion, he not only couldn't be traded or franchise tagged but was also negotiating in a market where top quarterbacks were earning up to $55 million annually. Bobby Wagner, a perennial All-Pro linebacker for the Washington Commanders who has negotiated his own contracts, praised Prescott for understanding the nuances of the business. Wagner, who has represented himself for 8 years, remarked on the importance of understanding the market and taking calculated risks, something Prescott has clearly mastered. Despite the drawn-out nature of the negotiations, Prescott remained composed. Jerry Jones, known for his hardball tactics, dragged his feet during the summer, making cryptic comments that hinted at the possibility of Prescott playing for another team. However, the Cowboys quarterback didn't flinch, merely acknowledging that many NFL stars eventually finish their careers elsewhere. His calm demeanor paid off when Jones finally relented, awarding Prescott the deal he deserved just before their game against the Cleveland Browns on Sunday. While Prescott has won yet another contract negotiation, the Cowboys face significant challenges ahead. Just 2 weeks earlier, Jones handed wide receiver CeeDee Lamb a 4-year, $136 million extension, making him the second highest paid receiver in the league behind Justin Jefferson. But the bigger concern is whether these big money deals will leave the Cowboys hamstrung in building a championship-caliber roster. San Francisco 49ers star George Kittle, weighing in on the situation, expressed happiness for Prescott's payday, but also underscored the importance of sustaining success by winning football games. Prescott has been instrumental in leading the Cowboys to multiple playoff appearances, but the team has consistently fallen short in the postseason under head coach Mike McCarthy, including a lopsided 48-32 loss to the Green Bay Packers in last season's wild-card round. One of the key concerns is that players like Prescott and Lamb, who opt for shorter contracts to maximize their earnings, often force teams into a difficult position when it comes to building and maintaining a competitive roster. This has been the case for quarterbacks like Kirk Cousins, who, despite impressive individual numbers, has not been able to lead his team deep into the playoffs. Similarly, Prescott's new contract might complicate the Cowboys' ability to surround him with the necessary talent to break through their playoff ceiling. The Cowboys are already facing financial pressure, and Prescott's deal is only the beginning. Star pass rusher Micah Parsons is next in line for a lucrative extension, and the team will soon have to decide whether to pay or replace key veterans like guard Zach Martin, defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence, and wide receiver Brandon Cooks. Former NFL quarterback and current ESPN analyst Alex Smith criticized the Cowboys' offseason strategy, noting that while they secured their key players' contracts, they failed to make significant improvements to the roster. "This is the worst offseason I can remember for Jerry as the GM," Smith said. "They got run out of their own building in the playoffs and did nothing to improve." Although the Cowboys looked dominant in their 33-17 victory over the Browns on Sunday, the win came against a Cleveland team missing several key starters, including quarterback Deshaun Watson. Jones may be relying on a ballooning salary cap to manage the growing financial commitments to Prescott, Lamb, Parsons, and others, but that strategy is fraught with risk. Jerry Jones acknowledged the challenge ahead, expressing hope that he can still assemble a strong supporting cast around Prescott despite the hefty contracts on the books. "My prayer is that we have the ability to put the supporting cast around Doc," Jones said after Sunday's game. For now, Prescott's off-field triumph has put him in a league of his own financially, but whether the Cowboys can translate his contract wins into on-field success remains to be seen. Without a more strategic approach, the franchise's Super Bowl drought, which has spanned nearly 3 decades, may continue for the foreseeable future.